So that's. It's time for the College Hockey Show! And now here's your host, Jeremiah Maxwell, and the degenerate Bostonian, Mike Warino.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the College Hockey Show. Sorry for being a little bit late, but I'm assuming that you guys would be watching football or whatever else. No college hockey on tonight, but we got to get the Instagram going here. My bad. Here we go. Instagram is live. We are live on. So TikTok's doing an update, so I haven't. We're not going to be on TikTok, but games tomorrow that you're looking forward to. Before we get into that, and I didn't see your rundown. If you had one, I apologize if you sent me one. Oh, you did. Yeah, we'll get to your rundown. Oh, you got a lot to talk about. Okay,
it's a big one this week.
Before we get in your rundown today, the news that broke right after I did the show on Monday, which was only about a 25-minute show, Tynan Lawrence from the Muskegon Lumberjacks is transferred to BU. I really love the USHL coming out and saying, hey, we really support this kid. We want him to go. I mean, he won a championship last year, so super happy for, and they just, to me, the USHL tends to be the standard bearer on letting, like they're there for the kids. They've realized that. I feel like they really have it understand. And look, this is not a slight to Canadian juniors, but that's a business. And I'm not saying college isn't a business. College is definitely a business. But, if you look at the statistics, 2, 3, 4% of these kids go pro, very low. So you're just not going to have a lot of opportunity to make a shitload of money in the game of hockey. If you do great, but you're the exception, not the rule. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, and then today, Kaysen Muscat from the Sioux City Musketeers. Does that sound right? I think.
Yeah, Sioux City.
Okay. Going to the University of Michigan Wolverines, your favorite team. And right now, do we have the pairwise? Are the official pairwise out?
Official pairwise is out there. New name this year. It's calling NPI. I'll run through it, but it's NPI. The pairwise.
Well, yeah. I'll pull it up. I'll pull it up and put it on the screen for us. Okay.
I know a lot of people have been saying like, "Oh, this is the rankings are a joke. The rankings are a joke." I don't get it. Well, here are the new rankings, and I agree with a lot of them. Got to be honest. I like them very much. And
this year, the NPI represented here is the official system for selecting seeding teams for the NCAA tournament. It completely replaced the old pairwise as of this year. So this is new. So do they no longer have the at-large bids? Again,
just look at your. This kind of takes them away.
Hey, Daniel Barry, thank you. I have to say this. They need to go to a 32-team tournament with the home team hosting the tournament for the first round, the top seeds, the top 16. It's only fair. And if we did that, North Michigan would host, North Dakota would host, Wisconsin would host, UMD would host, Michigan State would host, Dartmouth would host, Western Michigan, the defending champions, would host, Penn State would host, Denver would host, Quinnipiac would host, Cornell would host, Princeton would host, Augustana would host, Minnesota State, Connecticut, and Boston College would host. Now, the other teams that would be in are Harvard, Providence, St. Thomas, St. Cloud, Northeastern Maine, Boston University, so BU would be in a 32 team, New Hampshire, Arizona State, Bowling Green, Union, Bemidji State, Holy Cross, Miami, Michigan Tech, and Minnesota. Even Minnesota, as bad as they'd be in the tournament, and they'd play. We'd have Michigan, Minnesota, 1 versus 32. That'd be pretty damn good if it wasn't. And that's the NPI. So no pairwise this year. We're idiots for saying pairwise the whole time. I will put that on the screen, and you can see the top 32 again, boy, we're advertising for the college hockey podcast, which we don't mind. CHN News, those guys are good. They're probably the standard bearers when it comes to college hockey. I really have to say, man, I'm not surprised about Michigan, North Dakota being up there. Boy, they're having a year, huh? And Wisconsin too.
I thought North Dakota would be very good this year. I did not think number 2, but I'm not surprised either. It's North Dakota.
This is the NPI ranking now. This is all that strength of schedule. This is all done by a computer, right? So, again, college hockey, get with it. There's 63 teams. If you take 32, you're only taking half. Not a big deal, But, come on, man. It would be good to see teams, and it would really benefit college hockey to have more teams in the tournament. The women and men's team tournament in basketball has 64 plus the at-large games now that they do. So I think it's close to 72 teams. There's enough Division I schools where this would help. I can tell you right now, the independents like Alaska, they could use the help. If they were in the top 32, it would really benefit their schools to get some visibility. And if you look outside of Minnesota, everybody has a winning record in the top 30. Minnesota's 8-10-1.
New Hampshire has 4 top 10 wins.
Yeah. I mean, they would be nice to see them in the tournament, man. And I don't know if you're a college hockey coach, why you can't get this done. Get this done. The college football has fucked their playoff. They should be a 16-team playoff. They went 12, and it's biting them in the ass because none of the top seeds are winning these bye games, except for Indiana. They're the exception, not the rule. So, I mean, again, we'll be pounding this drum forever. Please, NCAA, whoever, the college hockey coaches and the presidents of these universities need to get together and say, we're going to run the tournament, and the first round's always going to be in the top 16 home, and no more at-large bids. Sorry about it. If you're not in the top 32, you're not getting in, and just use this because this is not controversial, right? It's not someone like the fucking college football. They always got to have some fucking, it's a pentaveret of fucking people. You have no idea who the fuck they are. And they're fucking picking teams. Texas should have been in there. I would have liked to seen Texas in this playoff with Arch Manning. What the fuck you doing? Oh, we have Tulane. Okay, great. Good for Tulane. Well, if you're going to do at-large bids or champions, the Big Ten champ gets in, the ACC champ gets in, you should. There's, the Power 5 or whatever. I guess the Pac-12 is not really a power conference anymore, so you could kind of rule them out. But okay, you have 4 conferences and you have 8 at-large bids. You just make that 2 more. You have, or 10 more. It doesn't hurt. It's not really changing the schedule or anything. So, and I don't think this would hurt college hockey at all.
No.
So
what I like about this, I know a few years ago there was a big controversy. It was UMass Amherst and Colorado College, and because people were saying, well, Amherst is hosting, so they're getting in. I'm like, they were 0.009 points ahead of Colorado College, and that was the nod the committee held to. But one of the big things they're not using anymore in the MPI is the defend the gate mentality. And I like that because, why should you get in because your team travels better? You're not the better team, but we can make more money off you. That's not giving me a true national champion. That year I will defend Amherst just because at that time the pairwise did show Amherst was higher, but the fact that defend the gate was factored into the decision-making is wrong. And one of the things I like about the new MPI is that's no longer affected. It also weighs in, ranked wins versus being a ranked opponent and losing to a nobody. It also it no longer affects. So we'll say, I'll use this weekend, Michigan and Notre Dame. Michigan's number 1. Notre Dame's somewhere in the 30s or something like that. With the pairwise, that would be a game where even if Michigan won, it would hurt their pairwise because Notre Dame was so bad. Now that's considered a bad win waiver. And, Michigan's NPI is not going to go down for beating a bad opponent. It's just, it'll stay as is. It doesn't go down until you have 12 bad wins. And at that point, if you have more than 12 bottom 32 wins, how hard was your schedule? Like, honestly, how hard was your schedule? But then they also factor in strength of schedule. So it's I think this system's better. And it is trying very hard to eliminate the at-large committee makes a decision bid. And rightfully so. It should not be up to a group of individuals. Teams need to know where they stand. They are keeping the no conference in the first round rule. So looking here at this schedule, if this would hold, Michigan State being at 5, they would go to North Dakota's bracket or Minnesota Duluth's bracket. They would not go to Michigan or Wisconsin. And they also have stated they will change 2 and 3 seeds if needed, just to avoid, the no conference. Because let's be real, you don't want to play a team in your conference again. You already played them 4 or 6 times, depending on how your conference format is, plus the conference tournament, maybe a 7th time. You don't want to play them 8 times. That's overkill.
Well, and they, standardize the tournaments too. Like, I know some teams play 3 times, blah, blah, blah.
Yep.
Okay, you get rid of that shit. There's no need for it. The tournament's one and done. Your conference tournament can be one and done. Going to go out on a limb that a lot of these Big Ten, a lot of this stuff is going to be very, very close, in these top 32 anyway. I mean, look, Ohio State, they're out of the mix. We kind of expect that with them. Their women's team is outstanding, though. Colorado College, they're a good team. They could be in the mix. Lindenwood, Merrimack, UMass, Sacred Heart, Long Island, Army, UAF. There really is Vermont. There's some teams down on the list there where you'd be like, oh, okay. But, if you do the top 32, you really aren't missing. You're not missing Maine. You're not missing, Union, Holy Cross, Bemidji State, Miami of Ohio, Michigan Tech. If you just alone, Michigan would have like 4 or 5. They'd have Michigan, Michigan State, Western Michigan. Where's Augustana? Remind me.
South Dakota.
Okay. So in that area, you'd have Harvard. I know that's not in Michigan. That's in Boston. But you'd have.
But you have schools that
Michigan
travel.
Tech. What?
You're putting all the schools that travel in, because right now Minnesota's out. They would travel. They bring a very nice crowd.
It would be Minnesota versus Michigan if this doesn't change. You would have Minnesota versus Michigan in the first round. Now, maybe if you're Michigan, you don't want to play Minnesota, but I don't know about you, and it's a Big Ten matchup, but iron and sharpens iron. And, maybe Minnesota's up the thing by the end of the year and they're playing somebody a little bit lower on the list, like Clarkson or something. But anyway, we'll beat this dead horse until this is an easy fix. I don't know why they don't just change the rules and do this. We should look into AI developing a college hockey tournament, because the big thing, and Mike Grinnell talks about this, your classmate.
Yeah.
So he says, the fact that you don't have these at these like historic venues, like Northeastern is losing Matthews, right, which is the oldest ice rink in America. It just, to me, doesn't make sense. Let's see if we can do this. See if we can get
that building is officially closed. It is sad to say Matthews is officially closed to the public.
Yeah, no, but we'll never get that sort of thing. So, anyway,
Well, let's say this. Look at North Dakota. That venue holds 16,000 and sells
everyone. Yeah, and they would host a home game. It would host one home game.
16,000. Defend the game.
And if you really wanted to, here's how I would do it, Mike. The top 16 host in the round 1, they host a home game, and the top 8 host a home game in the second round. And then before you know it, you're at the Frozen Four. Good to go. And then the Frozen Four can be that neutral venue where you don't really have a problem. And I just think if you have 32 fan bases diverging on different areas, people are more apt to want to go to those things. And you don't have to space this out by any, like you could have one weekend, you could have the 32, and then the middle of the week, a lot of these kids are used to playing at least one game during the week. And then you could have on the weekend, you could have the 8. So you could be down in a week to the 8.
So,
you know,
even that, there's a bye week for most conferences, except with the exception of the NCHC.
You're talking about after their conference championship.
Yeah, I'm like, so
you just get rid of that fucking bye week.
Yeah, get rid of the bye week. Boom.
And I guarantee you, these top 16 coaches would not have a problem hosting a home tournament game. And I know some of them are going to be pissed if they lose because they're invariably you're going to see a lower seed, but you just go 1 through 32 and the number one gets the number. This makes no sense.
I would say make the adjustments where needed. Like I like the idea of no conference first round. So Michigan, Minnesota wouldn't happen, but you'd flip Minnesota and Michigan Tech. Boom.
No, I don't. No, I don't care. I don't know. You don't need to make it complicated. You just 1 through 32. Because this is today, man. We got 2 more months. It's not going to shape out like this. And okay, so 16 plays 17. Right now, you'd have Boston College play Harvard. That's pretty awesome. I bet Harvard would love that shit too because they don't have to travel. It's in the same town.
3 stops on the Green Line.
You know what I'm saying? Like, how great would that be? You're gonna have good matchups anyway, and and if Harvard beats Boston College, well, good on Harvard. You know what I'm saying? So,
and it eliminates that debate typically. And if you want to debate 32 and 33, like get over it, people. Like that part. I mean, people always complain, but the 16 and 17, that's a decent debate to be had. So it's. I would like to see an expansion. I would like to see the new conference that keeps rumored to being formed. You and I have talked about bring in the West Coast schools.
Well, if we did the 32, there's just not enough D1 West, outside of the Alaska schools, which are way west.
Yeah. But Oregon, you have the money and facility. Washington State, UCLA, USC.
They don't have them yet, though. Yeah, they don't have them.
Their club teams get 5,000 people.
I know.
University of Oklahoma gets 8,000 people.
Yeah, I just wonder, man. I just wonder. I'm just gonna say, like right now, I think a lot of that has to do with that. There's not enough girls hockey out there, man, and hockey's an expensive sport. And if they add a men's sport, they got to add a women's sport. So whether it's volleyball, you know what I'm saying? So I want them to add it. I definitely want them to add it. Let's see. Oh, is the camera not working? Oh, shit. What? Right.
For those of you that just blinked, because I got to get an alert for all the games I follow, Colorado just scored 5 goals in 3 minutes.
Yeah. They are up huge. They're gonna. I will be unbelievably blown away if they're not in the Stanley Cup final this year for the Western Conference. They are so much head and shoulders. Edmonton can't get out of their own way. They should have lost tonight. They end up coming back and win because the Winnipeg Jets are just inept. The Winnipeg Jets were the President's Trophy winner last year, and they are 32nd in the league this year. I've never seen that. Like, they lost Nikolai Ehlers and Mason Appleton. Like, those should have been replaceable players. Yeah. I'm really disappointed but the Pacific is a joke outside of the Knights, who are losing to the Blue Jackets right now. So, yeah, by the way, Old Miss up 19-17 right now. So another reason you want to do a tournament. Yeah, Avalanche are winning 8-0.
I think they're going to cover the 1.5.
Josh Manson has 2 goals. Josh Manson. Burns has scored. Makar has scored. McKinnon has scored. Brock Nelson has a pair of goals. Yeah, I don't see how, barring injury, because Dallas looks mid to me. They miss Sagan. They don't have the depth forwards. I mean, since he's gone down, they just haven't looked like the same team. They needed all that depth scoring to be the team they were. I don't know. Anyway, I don't want to turn this into an NHL podcast. Let's get into your
guys, I do apologize for everyone. I've been a little MIA, been getting as many games as I can. Doing a lot of work.
We didn't have a show, man. We weren't going to do a show over the holidays. I just wasn't. Like, there's so few games being played. I'm not doing a show. So
but I was at the one of those games, and I watched an absolute beatdown by Dartmouth, and then the next night ASU said, well, we're a pretty good hockey team, and we're gonna stick it right down your throats.
Yeah, so let's kick off that. So last week of 2025, ASU split with Dartmouth. That's huge for them. They're 25th, and Dartmouth is in the top 10. So
Dartmouth started that at 4, fell to 6. ASU started at 33, and now they're up to 25. So, like, again, going into like that NPI, a good win, bad win. That's obviously a fantastic win for Arizona State, beating a top 10 team. And that's obviously going to be a bad loss for Dartmouth. But that will be considered a bad win for Dartmouth as well, because Arizona State at the time is lower. Now, if Arizona State catches fire, which they have the conference to catch up in, because, Western Michigan, North Dakota.
Dartmouth has its hands full this year. That Ivy League conference, Cornell looks good, and Princeton's won 5 in a row.
Yeah, Princeton's on fire. So that's what I mean. Yeah. Like, for Dartmouth, that loss right now hurts them. But let's say Arizona State catches on. Now Arizona State's top 20. That all of a sudden turns from a bad loss to a good loss, and that's something the Pairwise did not do. So again, great. One of the new add-ons for the NPI.
Well, and I just get rid of the at-large. I love this scoring. I like how they rank them. I have no problem with this at all. So, Michigan State wins the Great Lakes Invitational, hosted by Michigan Tech. I don't know. I mean, Michigan State's kind of their 5th now. They were number 1 at the beginning of the year. I still think they could be. I will say this. Watching a little bit of the World Juniors that I watched, I didn't really feel like live streaming, and I know we talked a little bit about it. There was enough people that were live streaming it that I just feel like
it just would have been another stream. That's all it would have been. But
I just really didn't feel. I didn't know the players enough. Some are juniors, there was definitely a lot of college kids this year, obviously. So I'll say this. I was really impressed with Michael Hage for Canada and Porter Martone, who are both playing college. And I think Martone is playing for Michigan State this year,
yes,
correct?
He is. Yep.
So, and Hage obviously playing for your Michigan Wolverines. So, yeah, I mean, I just, Michigan State, it, the guys I see every year at the Frozen Four, which I can't wait. I'll be staying at the Aria. I have no idea where the teams are staying. They got to do it in the tournament. That's what I want to see from them. And I'm sure their fans will say the same thing. Western Michigan wins the holiday face-off. Oh, do you have anything to say about Michigan State? Or are you on the same board with me?
No, they were the only ranked team in that tournament. If they didn't win, that was a problem. They were minus 580 to win that tournament before it started. Just, it was a given.
Yeah. Oh, see you, Sam. See you.
Cheers, man.
Western Michigan wins the holiday face-off hosted by Wisconsin. Now, that's a big win. Defending champs. I think Wisconsin, they've been really good. They have 3 regulation losses. I think that's actually the best in the country as far as regulation losses go in the top 16. there's nobody that has a lower amount of losses. So I think Wisconsin, I told you Sean Avery couldn't stop talking about them. So I'm impressed. I don't know where you are on them. And
the only thing that worries me about Wisconsin is backup goalie Puljujärvi. Wisconsin's shown that they can't run their starter every single game, which is not.
Well, that ain't going to be a factor in the tournament if they make it. So
right, but it could cost them a 1 seed having to play Puljujärvi, and
that's all right.
Concern. But that being said, you're right. It's not going to bother them in the tournament at all.
Yeah. Yeah. By the way, touchdown Miami. It'll be 24-19 if they make the extra point, but there's like 5 minutes left. Okay. The rest of the first week of 2026, Quinnipiac beats Harvard's 9-1. Quinnipiac back. I didn't know nobody wants to play them in the freaking tournament. And then they also beat Dartmouth 5-3. I think Dartmouth is in Cornell's good. Princeton's good. Didn't we expect Cornell to be the creme de la creme of the Ivy League anyway? So Princeton and Dartmouth are a little bit of a surprise. I mean,
I'm happy with it. I'm very happy.
Again, if we had I would love to see all these teams make the tournament.
So again, I'm going to highlight Dartmouth though for a sec here. They were number 4 at this time last year.
Yeah,
played Harvard or played Merrimack and fell apart and ended the year at like number 25 or number 26. So that is my only thing on the Big Green. They returned most of that roster from last season. They didn't have a good winter break. And so I'm looking at this.
Yeah.
Is this a repeat? I hope not.
Yeah.
I hope not, but something to keep an eye on.
Yeah. Let's here. I'm gonna take this down. We'll go back to we guys saw the thing. We can go to all right. And we'll be back on TikTok. I just gotta figure out what's going on there. So for the TikTok live people. The University of Alaska went to the Desert Classic. I was hoping they would get one win down there. They didn't. ASU wins it. I really don't think there was a really tough team down there for them. But I missed Alaska Fairbanks splitting with Providence. Providence is down this year a little bit. They have an outside shot, but I don't expect them to be a tournament team this year.
They have one senior. He's a goalie. He's very good. Bruins draft.
Yeah.
But with that being said, they have 2 fantastic freshman goalies ready to go next year.
Yeah, yeah. I don't expect them to be down too long for sure.
No. But one upperclassman's hard.
Yeah, I don't want to waste any time talking about Bowling Green, Ohio State. Do you? Whatever. Who cares?
To me, that threw away Ohio State season. I'll say that.
They're not going to make it, dude. No. If we did the 32, they are not in. We did the 32, they're not in. So they're not making it. Minnesota's not making it. I'm BU's not making it this year, man. It's going to be really hard. Let's see. But I really think, we're not going to see BU. We're not going to see BC probably more than likely. Boston College, maybe. Potentially, they're on the outside right now, right? Because because you said there's still the at-large, right? They still have the 2.
They have no.
Or they're going to just go right off the 16. What?
Well, you have get all your tournament winners, so it's really the top 13 still. You still have the CCHA winner that they get in the
right.
The Atlantic,
so if you don't,
and then after that, it's just run it.
So if it goes chalk, though, it's just the NPI top 13 and then whatever, right?
Yep. So okay. I think BC's got a chance. I think they're at 16 right now, so they got a chance. They'll move up or down, but
again, I respect the tournament winner, but to me, you get a trophy for the tournament, and if you're not ranked high enough, that your season's over. The ACC champion wasn't in the freaking college football playoffs this year. They didn't deserve to be. They didn't deserve to be, though. They weren't.
I'm with it, but it's just still weird to me.
Yeah. Okay. So, Lowell upsets Minnesota State in Cactus Cup playoff in Palm Springs. Potential
So-
Frozen 4 bid in 2032. Boy, I would love for that to be. That's if it's Palm Springs, that's Coachella Valley. That's where the Coachella Valley Firebirds play, the AHL team for the Seattle Kraken. So I've heard those fans show the out for that team. So by the way, over the break, I got to spend some time with our good buddies from the Emerald City Hockey Podcast, RJ and Dylan. I met up with them after a Kraken game, and I actually have this photo queued up. So let me show you. We'll show you. And Dylan used to go and cover that team. Dylan's right next to me. And then that's RJ, and then that's Dylan's girlfriend right there, and I forget her name. I'm so sorry. Anyway, but it was awesome, man. I mean, the Kraken lost, but they've been on a tear as of late, so I think they're winning tonight, actually. So good stuff. Okay, let's keep it going. And again, Mike, thank you so much for always putting together the rundown. You have to be the one to do it because this is your show. I just fucking host it. Your Bruins kind of getting their shit together again too. We'll see. I mean, if I'm a Bruins fan, I totally want a top 5 pick. And you had to be happy if the Leafs are playing good enough now. You want them to just be good enough to miss the playoffs because you have that first round pick in that deal for Carlo, but it's top 5 protected. So if it's a 6th pick, you get that pick, and that's a good deal for the Bruins, and that could really help them rebuild fast. Anyway.
You're gonna nail the pick, but yes,
I gotta tell you, man, there's a lot of Bruins draft picks. I think we gave Sweeney a lot of shit, but there's a lot of guys playing out in college and stuff this year that and even your buddy Mikey Grinnell is coming around a little bit. I think I actually give him a lot of credit for trading Marchand. I think it was the right decision.
That was a good trade. Yep.
It was a good decision, man. And the Carlo, they got a lot for that.
That was a good trade.
That was a good trade.
Yeah.
I like that Fraser Minton kid, man. He looks like he could be like Patrice Bergeron 2.0 type thing. Again, Toronto wins. I don't understand. They never understand why they don't win a cup. But anyway, it's because you trade all your young players and you never just let them develop. Ole Miss Ole Miss driving the ball. This boy, Ole Miss. Would it be an upset if Ole Miss beat Miami? I think in yours and my mind, because I grew up when Miami was like dominant and they just won the championship all the time. So,
getting back on it. So, Cornell.
Yeah, Lowell beating Minnesota State. You think is a big upset? I don't.
That's a big deal to me. Lowell stinks. Just gonna say it, Riverhawk Nation. Beating a top 15 is, I think, huge, especially.
They're 50th. They're 50th in the NPI right now. Lowell is, and Minnesota State is 14th. Yeah.
Yes, that's a big win for the Hawks, and they're again young team. So,
well, that could be the difference. If that could be the difference for Minnesota State by the end of the year.
5 spots. It cost them 5 spots. They went from 9 to 14.
That's and another reason I'd like to see 32 teams play anyhow. St. Cloud be winning the Casa Cup. Okay, yeah, we talked about that. St. Cloud, I expect them to be kind of in the mix. Minnesota in the mix. Oh, by the way, Ole Miss scored. So they are up by 1. 3:13 left in the you have money on this game?
I did not. I wanted to take the over at 52.5, and I didn't.
You're there. You're there if they're going to go for 2. So if they go here, so right now it's 49.
Get you 51. So they give me 51.
Yeah, but it's definitely going to be over 52.5 because somebody's going to score.
No, 27-24 is 51, and 3 minutes to go.
It's 27-24. They got the first. It's 27-24. So if Miami scores a field goal, you're good. And you'd be good. But you did not take the over, so it doesn't matter.
I didn't touch it. Yeah.
Anyway, hey, we just happen to be talking. I mean, look, I'm not trying to. It's an elephant in the room that one of the college football Final Four games is on right now. So this weekend is NFL. Your Patriots are playing. How do you feel about them? You gonna go to the game?
No, God, no. I'm heading to I'm heading to Maine, Providence, and I'll be at Federal Hill. If anyone wants to stop in, I know a couple of the Providence Friars.
Hey, Maine disappointing this year too, I feel like.
They did, absolutely did. But I will say, looking forward to meeting you, Pat and Tom. I'm looking forward to seeing you guys at Federal Hill after the game, and anyone else down there. I'll be chilling with the Providence Friars Saturday night, so come hang out. I'm with the Healthy Scratch guys. The guys who are playing, they got to do post-game stuff, but the Healthy Scratch guys sit right behind me with my season tickets, and they said, hey, we're going to Federal Hill Saturday. Come join us. So that's where I'm heading Saturday.
RIT. Oh, St. Cloud, we talked about. RIT beats Penn State 1-0. By the way, that's a bad loss for Penn State.
Yep. So, again, one thing, but no McKenna. They're missing 4 guys, but McKenna's obviously the big dog.
Yeah, I was not impressed with him in the World Juniors. I thought he was dominant against. He looked good in the bronze medal game. That was the first game where I was like, okay. And I expected Finland to kind of put up a fight because, especially as Czechia just pretty much took it to the Canadians.
Yeah.
And we're the better team. They won the game. I know some Canadian fans were crying about the officiating. I was like, nah. I didn't think there was really that egregious.
You guys deserve
US
to
didn't
lose.
medal. Like, I wasn't
for
crying.
a reason. We sucked.
Bob Motzko cannot coach the fucking US team ever again. Sorry. It cannot happen. That team was talented enough to be a medal contender. Now, I know I saw a lot of I was proud of Sweden, man. Good for them. I would have loved to see Czechia or Sweden win the gold.
But you were back-to-back. Did Carlson not want to coach again in back-to-back golds? Why didn't he, or did he just
David Carl?
Yeah, he not want to coach.
I mean, dude, probably like Denver in the top, probably just wants to be at home for fucking.
Yeah, I mean that's fine. I couldn't get it. I never found an answer. I'm like, what, back-to-back golds? Why don't we have him again?
Yeah, I mean, I would have liked to seen him back there, and I'm sure there are a lot of people would have. Okay. Maine goes to Denver and takes three quarters of a point. What does that mean?
No, 3 out of 4. They beat Denver straight out at Denver and then lost in overtime. But I mean, hey, 3 points. I'm sorry, there was a tie. They don't do a shootout for interconference, but still 3 points out of 4. I think that's huge for the Black Bears. And they did this last year when Denver came into town. They got 3 out of 4 points. So
you have Peter Wickstrom Stumer of Lindenwood sets NCAA record for 72 saves and a 4-3 loss to Kinesis. Good God, man.
Somebody blocked a shot. 75 pucks got fired upon the net.
I mean,
someone's got to block a shot.
That's unreal. Like, that's like triple overtime shot numbers. To see that be like a regulation game.
Yeah, no, Lindenwood. We hung out with you guys. We actually met him at the Cardinals game. Somebody block a shot. Do something for your goalie. That's.
I see. We didn't talk about the Latvian goalie Leonhard Fjellbergs committing to Merrimack. That's pretty cool. Shout out Mike McMahon, our Merrimack guy.
He'll be a freshman next year.
I got to reach out to him. He said he would come on. Right, we got to try to get him on.
Yep.
Maybe we do a special show, like a Wednesday show. I know your lines. We'll figure it out. Maybe we have more than one show a week there. The new pairwise, we've just kind of gone over that, so I'm not going to go over that whole thing. The NPI differs the seeding. Top 4 teams receive number 1 seeds. That's only fair. I have no problem with that. Again, I think you should just go 32, but the seeds go by NPI to fill the brackets. You cannot play the same conference opponent in the first round. Okay, so they already have that written into the bylaws. Like, I'm just like, whatever. So in that case, Minnesota and Michigan Tech would swap because it's like a half a percentage point. And North Dakota would play Minnesota in the first round, which would be even better than Michigan. Dude, that would even be better. That would be even better. So that's what I'm saying. Like, okay, throw that in there. Okay. All right, let's get into your every conference winner does get an auto bid. Committee will decide, and then but the overall NPI rankings will determine the 1 through 6 seeds. Again, that is the great way to do it. Just have the computer do it based on the schedules. There's not a fucking group of people arguing in the politics. I mean, you're seeing that in college football.
You're going to debate 3 teams. That's it. And should they be the 14, the 15, or the 16 seeds? That's what you're going to debate. I'm fine with that. Like, that's...
Yeah.
I like this new system a lot.
Okay, let's talk about this weekend's games. We got a lot to talk about here. Minnesota at Penn State. With everyone back, I smell an upset looking like a split for me. You like a split there.
And this is at Penn State. I like the Gophers stealing a game. Minnesota.
I mean, it's a conference game.
It's a conference game. I didn't love McKenna.
I thought he put up numbers against Denmark. Okay, good for you, man. No, I mean, I'll tell you right now, I honestly think this Tynan Lawrence kid could be the number 1 overall pick. I think depending on the team's needs, like I would be. So McKenna is a left winger. He's not a center, and he's very slight of frame. He's skilled. Look, but he cannot play defensive hockey at all, and he is a turnover machine. And I'm not saying he's a bad hockey player, by the way. I'm saying this kid is amazing. He's going to be a top 3 pick in the NHL draft, and he's going to be an unbelievable NHL player. He's just not ready. He could use 1 or 2 more years at the collegiate level. So I'm looking to see that. I hope he stays at least 1 more year, even if he gets drafted, because he's not ready, man. Like he needs more seasoning. Yeah. And it only proves to me, and anybody that is watching this, that college hockey is an echelon above juniors, because he put up 130 points and he's not even close to leading the league. He's not even. I had the scoring leaders. I had the scoring leaders up.
He's putting up good numbers, but I'm going to highlight, like, he reminds me of Jordan Greenway, who for BU, he put up tons of numbers playing with Tkachuk, but he's a defensive liability. And McKenna's proven to be that.
Yeah, but Jordan Greenway is like in the NHL is like a 2-way forward that doesn't score. So he's known now for just being like a physical guy. So right now, Cruz Lucius leads the NCAA in 32 points. Bennett Schmack, Max Plante, Steve Saridian, Michael Hayes, Will Horcroft, TJ Hughes, Justin Poirier, Alex Gaffney, and Ethan Wittenbach. So not even in the friggin' top 10 there as far as scoring. And I'll put those scoring leaders up, and you can see, I know some guys got some points, like Cruz Lucius got a goal and 5 assists. Some of these guys were playing in the World Juniors. I get that happens, and here's the thing. Okay, so we'll carry on. I don't want to spend too much. Okay, Michigan State at Ohio State. What do you got there?
I'm looking for Michigan State smackdown, just straight up. I think Ohio State's going to come out guns blazing in the first period because of the disappointing weekend against Bowling Green. But I think second and third period, it's all Spartan, and it's coming in hot.
Sam, I don't know about Lindenwood this year, man. I'm sorry, dude. Like, I haven't watched any of their hockey. It's really hard to watch anything out of the Big Ten or the Hockey East. I mean, they just don't show a lot of. I can't watch UAA. I mean,
so I've seen a couple Lindenwood games, Sam. Fun physical team, fun guys to hang out with. I can't wait to go back to St. Louis and hang out with the next Lindenwood team when it's out there, but not their year. I hope they go 500, but I don't foresee it. But to go on Gavin McKenna, he is -5 on the year. And
he's on a really talented Penn State team, man. I like the kid. We've been hearing about this kid since he was like 12, by the way. So like the hockey is there. The kid's ability is there. It's just, and look, Penn State, they're going to be in the conference, or they're going to be in the tournament. Like they're going to be in the tournament. So by the way, 126 left to go in the Miami. Ole Miss game. It is 27-24. It is 3rd and 6 Miami with 1:26 to go, and they are on. I don't know what yard line they're on. Anyway, let's talk about Notre Dame at Michigan. That's not really an interesting one because Notre Dame is not worth anything this year.
No, with Kemp being back, I think Notre Dame will put up a bit of a fight, but Michigan should.
Notre Dame is 4-13 on the year.
Yeah.
Sorry, fighting Irish guys, they just don't have it this year.
They ain't fighting, that's for sure.
No, they go watch the lacrosse team, which I think they won like 2 or 3 national championships in a row. So
lacrosse, and it's your last year with the Kavanaugh, Notre Dame fans. Cannons, please draft the last Kavanaugh. I'm not rooting for my Boston Cannons, I swear.
Okay, Augustana at Northern Michigan.
I put it on there because this is a must win for Augustana. It should be a clean sweep this weekend. You're number 13 versus
Northern Michigan is 61. I mean,
yeah, but like this is something that if Augustana decides to sleep on and blow it, like there goes. Like this. I mean,
Augustana is a tournament. Yeah, if they lose this, they're going to be hurting. I mean, that is what sometimes these games mean a lot. So Union at Quinnipiac, there's no way I'd take Union in this. So no way.
Union has not been good on the road, and Quinnipiac scares me this year. A defensive sounded team that learned how to score.
I'm telling you, when I was down in Tampa for my first Frozen Four, I've never seen a team play team defense better than that. Rand Pecknold's Quinnipiac Wildcats. They are awesome. And if he has and he those kids stay longer, I don't know if it's something in the water in Connecticut. They stay long.
It works, and
they're good. I expect them. I would not be shocked if they're in the Frozen Four. Not one bit. RPI at Princeton. Old Matty Merles. RPI is horrible.
Princeton. You can't.
Princeton has to. Princeton's going to take both these. They've been kicking everything.
They should. Yeah.
So this would be 7 in a row if they sweep that. What do you got from that?
I like the Augustana one. If you lose this one, it's one of those things that throws this whole season out.
RPI beats Princeton. It's going to really hurt Princeton, but I guarantee Dartmouth and Cornell are going to be happy. So
there wasn't too many big significant matchups this week. Harvard and Dartmouth, 17-6. That one's exciting. I know I talked about Dartmouth being this time last year coming out cold. I wouldn't consider this
Harvard and Dartmouth is an exciting
matchup. Good game. Yeah,
Harvard's solid. Yeah. Harvard they're a solid team.
I'm trying to think the other next one up, like getting into Hockey East teams. BU hosts UMass. It's whatever. This is the lowest BU has been in Jay Pandolfo's tenure after New Year's.
Yeah, they ain't gonna get it to it this year, man.
You can't make the tournament every year. Let's just say.
I actually think this might benefit them in some small way. But let's see what this Lawrence kid does. Let's see what this Lawrence kid does.
And you got Eisern back. He's healthy now. He's back. So let's see what happens.
Yeah. I mean, they've had some injuries and stuff. And again, he needs more time too. He doesn't need to come in to the NHL. He's not ready. So
he's going to get his head kicked in the NHL. He runs his mouth a lot. You can hear him on the ice.
Well, that I like that. They need more.
I do too. But he's the guy that I'm like, you need one guy needs to bop you, and then you'll be
I do think, by the way, BU will beat UMass in both these games.
They should. Yeah.
I do want to give that Musa guy from UMass is worth his weight. So,
we got.
By the way, 37 seconds left to go. Miami is now in field goal range, so they converted on a big 3rd and 10. So they could go for the win here. They're basically on the 20-yard line.
2 timeouts.
Yeah, they could go for the win here. I would go for the win. Oh, they just got another first down if they give them forward progress. Yeah, that's I don't know what this line judge is doing. It looks like he got the first down. So anyway, it takes those guys time to reset it. UConn versus Lowell, UMass Lowell. You said they kind of lost it. UConn. Yeah, I don't see them losing either. They're actually a pretty good team. 11-5-3. UMass Lowell they're like in the 50s, are they not?
They are.
They're 50. They're literally 50th.
The last time Lowell hosted UConn, it was a split.
Yeah.
Can't be a split again. Can't be a split again. You got to sweep Huskies.
These rankings, I mean, we're running out of time, boys. There ain't much time left in this college hockey season. Okay. St. Cloud
at Omaha.
NCHC heavy St. Cloud can get into the top if you think they could win out their conference. Yeah.
I mean, the NCHC is so heavy. You have North Dakota there, Duluth, Western Michigan. There's places to move up. So
what if North Dakota splits with Colorado College in the next game?
They fall out of the top 4.
Yeah, but they're number 2. It's not going to hurt them, but it would really help Colorado College.
Yes, that's what. And now you start talking, Colorado College now. Like, hey, you split with Western Michigan. You split with Denver. All of a sudden, well, now we have another team in the mix. I love the NCHC this year. That is, I think the Big Ten's heavy. But in terms of depth, top to bottom, it's got to be NCHC.
Well, and I think there's some teams in the Big Ten, not Penn State, that we thought were going to be way better than they are. And may get better. Obviously, they're going to get better towards the end of the year. Again, Penn State.
You made one tournament. I'm going on the record. Penn State is not going to get better by the end of the year. I see 2019 Wisconsin. I'm saying it. You heard it here first, guys.
Wisconsin.
The 2019 Wisconsin was number 10.
They play straight line hockey. They play straight line hockey.
That team didn't make the tournament. They were number 10 after winter break and didn't make the big dance.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Wisconsin.
No, I'm talking about the 2019 Badgers who choked. And I foresee Penn State doing the same. You can come at me all you want, guys.
Western at Denver. That's a good one.
That's my favorite game.
That's the one you want to watch.
That's the one I want to watch. Did I accidentally sell my tickets Friday night so I could stay home and watch that game? Yeah, 100%.
Okay. I'm going to let you get into your bets.
Yep. Mo, Anthony, appreciate you guys. I know you've been texting me all night. When are the bets coming in? I always do it at the end, and anyone else who's new to the show, I appreciate you guys coming in.
So we're 52-27 into the thing, and we're just getting to your bets. This is the longest show we've done forever. Oh, Miami's going to score a touchdown. They just scored a touchdown with 18 seconds.
I should have taken the over.
You definitely hit the over. I mean, you were going to hit the over anyway.
Yeah. So but it happens. How are we doing this year? 41-20, so a little over 67%. You're up 14.34 units. That's 14 extra money. Some people have asked, well, shouldn't you be up 21 units? Not every game is even money or better, and some of those are in parlays, so that's why. But this weekend's bets, Michigan State minus 1.5. I'm putting 1.5 units on that. They're a powerful team. They got everybody back, and they're playing a dud. It's plain and simple. And then I actually have a parlay. I don't do a ton of these, but
I love it.
Small one. Yeah, I don't do a ton. I'm not the savage. That guy's got a messed up parlay. I'll run through his in a second. But my bet is Michigan State, Michigan, and North Dakota. They're 3 very heavy favorites, but you're getting a little over 1.5 to your money on that. I'm putting a unit on. So basically, if that hits or the Michigan State wins by 2 hits, you're profitable. My goal is to hit both. The Savage has a plus 1,400 bet. The guy is tapped, hence I call him the Savage. This is a man that chooses to, when we go to McDonald's, folks, to understand him, he gives me his drink so we can eat a 20-piece nugget and fries without soda, without ketchup, without sauce. He's claims to be mentally insane or sane, but we all question it. But his parlay, Penn State money line, Michigan minus 2.5, Michigan State minus 1.5, Augustana money line, Quinnipiac minus 1.5, and he has UConn money line.
Mike, will you copy and paste all your bets into the comments on the YouTube page too?
Yeah,
Just put it in the comments on the YouTube page for people. You can go to the Sports Beer and check out the College Hockey Show under the live tab or under the College Hockey Show thing and see that. And I know I messed up there's some of we're on episode 22, but I think there's there's 218s. I know I messed some stuff up. Who cares? Like no one gives a shit. So I'll try to fix it, but I really don't care. So just certain things I don't give a shit about. So just copy and paste those into the YouTube comments after the show. And you could put for those of you that follow Mike, he's 41-20 on the season, and he is up 14.34 units. So that's pretty damn good. If you bet 1,000, you're up $14,000. So
Otto,
if you're following,
you owe me a beer when I go to Vegas, Otto.
Yeah, that's good shit. If people are following you, man, that's good stuff. Like, and that's the way to do it. So you bet on what you know you could win. Ottawa did score 2 goals, by the way, in that 8. They have a snowman put up on them. Starved says best. Okay, thanks. Ad. Don't give a shit. But we've had almost 20 viewers. So again, TikTok, we usually get a few too. So I'm gonna get that worked out. I just got to figure out why the camera's not working. So yeah, anyway. Okay, I think that's the show. Any final thoughts?
Guys,
what do you think about your Monday show going to Tuesday? Maybe
we'll make it happen. Let's do it.
Like go Tuesdays, Thursdays, because military. What?
Let's do it.
Yeah, maybe go Tuesday, Thursdays. Is that better for your work schedule or?
That's fine. And that if we need to move it up before 10:30.
Well, and then Tuesdays is the recap of the weekend game. Like we don't have to do that show. Like I don't feel like I don't mind if we typically have a little bit longer Thursday show, but we don't. But I mean, this gives you an opportunity to talk about your bets, and it could be a shorter. I mean, we keep it under that 30-minute, 20-minute time frame on Tuesdays, just to be like, hey, this is where I was with my bets. Tune in Thursday for the big show, and we'll go everything. And we had a lot to dump on you because we basically hadn't been together in over 3 weeks. So I did the show Monday, but it was just a quick, hey, here's, let's talk about this. I'm totally missed the NPI thing. Like and the Tyne and Lawrence ship broke like 5 minutes after I was done with the show. So I was like, oh, great. This has been good to have for the thing. So I appreciate everybody. Sam, all the people, all you regular folks. You put it on. Okay, yeah, here's his bets. I'll throw that up on the screen.
That's the savage.
When I say the comments, like put it on the YouTube page too. So people they can watch the video again, 57, 55, whatever. That's where the bets are posted.
Some of you have been following. I've been on the horn with 10th Planet MMA Gym out of Las Vegas, working with them, my friends at Team Iron Muay Thai, working with you guys to make sure we're all on the same page. I want to give a shout out to High Rollers, who's trying to sponsor the event. And for those that don't know, that is Wiz Khalifa's company. So thank you guys very much.
Wiz Khalifa, is he a Pittsburgh guy?
Yep. I'm trying to think. Yeah, he sang the song.
He's done a show up here. I had a friend. I knew this girl. She partied with him. So he's done shows.
I've been working with his company. We'll see if the everything materializes, and if I get a bout, you guys will be the first to hear about it for sure.
And I will tweet out, since I didn't tweet out a video, I'll tweet out the link to the show on my Twitter for people to watch it back. So, and I said Mike's bets were at 57-55. And what else did we talk about? It was like, anyway, whatever. I'm trying to be helpful, but okay.
I appreciate you guys. I missed you. Happy New Year. I hope your holidays were well.
Yep. You too, man. Peace out, everybody.
Cheers, guys.
See ya Tuesday, potentially.
Sounds good.
Yeah. And again, if you have work, Mike, we don't that's the one show we can just kind of sacrifice, because you can go over quickly on the Thursday show how you did. You know what I'm saying? We could talk about major upsets. but we're going to go over the rankings every time. So congrats to the University of Miami Hurricanes to go to the national championship. They're going to play the winner of Indiana versus who's Indiana playing?
Oregon. And Oregon's going to win that because Indiana won the first one.
Yeah, they could. I don't know, man. I'm not going to doubt Indiana. I would like to see either of those two teams play.
I would love Indiana.
Indiana's never won a national championship, I don't think.
Right, that's why I want them to win. No, they don't.
And Oregon hasn't either, though. So I would like to see either of those two teams. But I don't mind Miami either. Good, congrats to Miami. They've been down for so long. Like, their fans are pretty diehard. So anyway, this is our show. And Mike, just hang out afterwards. Anyway, peace, everybody. Appreciate you. Goodwill doll. Hang in there. I know times are tough. Hearts and prayers go out to the people in Minnesota, man. See you later.